What's going? How could Pepone suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same have happened to the others, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. An old woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person. Sorry, I couldn't help you. Was that? Do I know Namika? Never anyone by that name. Yeah, pretty sure everyone just forgot about her for some reason. Yeah, it's like everyone just forgot. I do recall caring for someone until recent, and as you say, it was a woman named Namika. While I can't be for certain it was her, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. What do you mean by taking up to the cloud? Is it like some kind of heaven where everyone forgets about you, but then your memory's saved in like your computer or something? That's like an interesting concept when you think about it. It's like when you die, your memory gets uploaded to a computer, and then everyone forgets about you, but your memory lives on inside of the computer. How the heck does that work? It was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory has been purged. Now, something like that might be done with magic. To alter memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. Would have felt a surge of Aether or something. I needed to die, but I did notice something else right before Pepone seemingly forgot. A light up in the device on its head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone else said something about the soul cells. But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika. Perhaps we could search for Cactuar instead. It's been said, try the tender yards. It should be in this direction. Yes, impossible. Another kind of mechanical soldier? It looks dangerous. We better destroy it, maybe. Wow. Should we give chase? It might be worth asking some questions. It's nothing, I'm fine. Yeah, it looks like we're being spied by a robot for some reason. Well, it went in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. Okay. I should probably do the role quest first, right? Because there's the role quest item unlocked, right? Level 98 already. Oh, Petrus, I'm glad you're here. I'm on the cups. The cups of a breakthrough. This won't come as a surprise, but Elytra and Cocoana went into hiding. Fortunately, we have a prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vilbrad. I hear Costa del Sol attracts many visitors. So you're gonna go investigate Costa del Sol? Okay. Picturesque scenery. I hadn't expected Costa del Sol to be so grand. From what I gather, Garuju should be just up ahead. I don't suppose you're already acquainted with him. I know him well enough. Oh, that's reassuring to hear. I feared he'd be wary of strangers, but it sounds like it won't be an issue. In any case, let's be on our way. Okay, sounds good. Oh, well, it isn't our favorite intrepid adventurer. Why, yes, I did spy a lovely specimen of her. Alas, I was entranced by her feminine wheels. With that, I never drank that wine she so graciously gifted me. A single sip and I saw, oh, so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. Partook of a drink amongst my retinue of kittens, yet as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces instead. At first I presumed the wine caught to me faster than I had anticipated, but time passed and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror. In the midst of the mayhem I could hear her, in the wine-wielding beauty, mannically laughing in the distance with some of her other chaps. I feared these crackles would be the last thing I ever heard. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap the sense back into him. Judging by the way Master Guruji was darting around the time, I suspected he'd been in his cups. Drank the whole bloody bottle too, so if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate. A sight of her sore eyes, any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. Though we lack drinking questions, we receive reports of mammoths roaming Nasker Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favor. Let's go check. Any news of the wayward mammoths? Godspeed out there. Alright, let's go check out. Then our next destination is clear. Let's go. Let's go look for the mammoths. Based on the Guruji's ground, it's safe to say Elytra has discovered a new poison. While similar to hallucinatory toxins, she uses Bronze Lake. It strikes terror. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gained proficiency with the heartstring at an alarming rate. That's why they're bound to have some clues. Let's go check. Cleared out the mammoths. How fared the hunt? So they've been keeping a record. Oddly enough, the mammoths came across, were patrolling the river as well. Numbing toxin, but nothing bruises our fellow fairy apple, it seems. Here, sistemes de noio out of me. She'd like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna after all. I have a request for you, my dears. Would you please give up your little trinket, pretty please? I wish only to reveal the fruits of my delivery, yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. Trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Nia, do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Enough. If you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heartstring. Scorpion's gifts weren't meant for the petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine then, no more, Miss Nice, Electra. But answer me this, who have my antics killed, No, no one. But mind you, so why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our blighted society has never looked upon my love of mischief. For years I've despaired, until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gift of all, understanding. So long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. My next scheme will finally plunge the silent into chaos I so desperately crave, and I will stop at nothing. Okay, so that sounds pretty bad. Sorry to worry you. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't see the mammoth's presence. Down aside, I wish they didn't use Puget's smoke. With Elitrin and Corona gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much. Shall we report to Garo Juju? Oh, back how fortress or ominous, or both even. Cambron's Lake, we have a reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Vilbrand's River their next target. So the culprits are one and the same, and I had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident. Regardless, this bodes ill. We may not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous postponings. It would be prudent to avoid the maelstrom of these horrors. The one who poisoned you, her name is Aether. She stole something precious from my village, and I must recover it, no matter the cost. If you learn something of her whereabouts or plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear you. Hell's been on finding her, eh? A brave one you are. Oh, I can possibly deprive a lovely lady of information she requires. Worry not, for my servants shall sally forth in your general direction, the moment they hear of Aether's newest misdeeds. Oh, thank you. That'd be much appreciated. It's going to be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Aether and the Cocoana elude us any further. Come, Patios. It's back to Lim Solomensa with us. Thank you as always for your support. Your Juju has interesting to say the least, but I'm glad we obtained information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Aether to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain in taking up the spear. We could have apprehended right then and there. So there's no more room for mistakes. The longer Aether lurks in the shadows, the greater the dread becomes. Countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. Alright, and the next one's gonna be at max level, right? Yeah, 100? Okay. Gotta follow that thing. Where's it going? Little robot. Little robot orb thing. Looks suspicious. You are sus. Are you an Among Us? To the northeast, then it must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quick. I heard faint voices coming inside. So it's not alone. We're still going in, of course? This may be a trap. Be ready. I can hear them. Several people up ahead. I can't make our conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on guard.
is this?
How was this?
Aaronville!
Aaronville? It's a trap?
A trap?
It really is you!
Elaine's, yeah? Is it really you?
Huh?
He knows your name?
Who?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light, and I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Olympia!
My darling, what now?
Darling, what now? Is that Erenville's mother? Has she become a robot or something?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Fussy little bun bun?
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Gulu Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Elenesphere was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Cactuar.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in, come in! Friends of my Elenesphere are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
Interesting. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can't think of a few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Yeah, she became a robot. Like what? Let's hear what she has to say. Ah, it's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Baldicion. It's been a while since I heard that name. They are asked a reason for your appearance. Oh, this? It's just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion. We call ourselves. Our goal is towards Oralja's ambitions for conquests. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see, whimsical appearance notwithstanding, yours is a serious case. Right you are. Though, truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is? As I expect, you've already noticed everything you see within this dome. The buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was long ago. Our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zoralja. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear these strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electrical technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of a wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expands a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as an accident. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls as a common resource and payment for services rendered? The void-sent practice of consuming others for their Aether comes to mind, and similarly, I suspect that act comes with some risk. Wouldn't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration progress. This is how they preserve one's identity. However, the regulators also trigger when someone else's die. The reason being is that the regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. Its frightening function of the regulators, and an integral step in the soul cell production. You see, when a person died of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within their regulator. And then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here? On the surface, it's similar to Yok Hui philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting about it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electro device, a means to save what lives they could, so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that the Terali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. This fiend didn't strike me as a sort of ruler to impose her will on others. And so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Zorolja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice: live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right, but however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulars are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just a person to show you, and as luck would have it, you should be starting work right now. Where are you going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. Everyone here? Good. It is responsibility of the Thunder Yards. Found wandering the area. We're to meet at acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. Cactuar, what are you doing here, and with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assume they were wearing special regulars like Queen's Fiend's crown, but they aren't wearing anything. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you, they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, I don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much. Cactuar said, "You're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place?" It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. Thunder Yard being what it is, they've been ordered to stay clear. So, some good they are, eh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with the fiends. Given a danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking for the built-up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot here so to see the danger you speak of, if not too much trouble, Josh. Of course, in which case, it would be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beasts. Y'all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. I'm not sure you understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. This one do nicely. Oh, we'll help you. It's fine, really. Have faith. Just watch. I like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no! Look out! Ah! Preserve. She needs healing. Don't worry, she's gonna heal herself. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, just let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Super Saiyan. Just like Zoalja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator. I think I understand now how Zoalja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa. Not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movement became beast-like. Don't tell me you empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of a Serpentine soldier we came and encountered Vanguard. We did the same. Ah, so you've crossed paths with one of the King's elite. Such form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of soul, those of people and those of beasts. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. What about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you strengths of a chosen animal. If, for example, you used the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Strika. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form to the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of Void Scent. Yet unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the Aetheral Sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong, this is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept being so far removed from our own belief. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. With civilization and their reflections are surprisingly indeed. Well, we all have our thoughts and souls. For now, the important thing is we know what powers Ultra has at disposal. It is one thing to separate corporal Aether from incorporeal Aether, but to strip memories from soul entirely is unprecedented. This is no longer only Tuliol's concern. With this newfound powers, Ultra has become a real threat. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. I trust you've gained insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll see something to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to the east, Eastern sky. At this rate. There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head to the tunnel. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts to share. In both technology and values is plain, there's a wide gulf between Tuliyola and Alexandria. While Zoraja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Neither we have what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So here, I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Cactuar and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zeralja. Sveen, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sveen may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at word. A fair point in knowing Zeralja. We must assume that this arrangement with Sveen was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this stage realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliyola. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Cactuar. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to a war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can, otherwise we can't hope to do anything. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. What's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If you're trapped, then we'll deal. I trust you as well. That's always the way with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Cactuar, there's something I need to tell you about. We came here for no other reason to just track down Zoraljah. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As a vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I'm prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Because you and yours oppose Zoraljah, in light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this may be sudden. That's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided. Here's to fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Cactuar. Everyone, together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoraljah's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level, but while the queen has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. Everyone knows where he is at any given time. It could be the queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoraljah will eventually march on Tulual again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions, and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tulual. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Koana, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you a fair chance? Surely he's aware of your presence here. All that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in confrontation. Kill him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Koana instead. He'll attack Tuliolal again, like he said he would. I see, if you believe this to be the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolal requires that Zoralja lead his forces through the vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it, day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send our word as the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourself with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding in a tree in a forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphene said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did, curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see, perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves. After all, names are good to know when working together. Nostalgia. If Cactuar trusts you, then so do we. Hi Yakwe. How nice to meet you. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins here are Nostalgia and Wakui. I'm Nostalgia, it's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised here inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provision. That explains the resemblance. Wakia is a Tonid name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right, our mother is Tuliolal, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. Ah, they're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I'd like to carry the part with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge Father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away with a scuffle with a soldier. It was a minor incident, so we clung to hope that he'd be released, but then months went by with no word. We'd already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. Even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion, hoping to get justice for our father. We joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge Father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself, go. It's pretty much the same story. And while mine is to want a name, I haven't the faintest of how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, and the food is delicious. You'll love it. Ah, that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric. Ah, Elichipa, one last thing. This isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Cactuar. She talks about you so much. It's clear how much important you are.
You've been consorting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family.
The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I could easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamot. If you are Father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?